So we're going to spend a lot more time looking at this x than we are the 3, but I'll come back to that in a second. How many times does x go into x cubed? So if I divide x cubed by x, what do I get?
3. It goes into it 3 times.
Does it? Yeah. If I divide x cubed by x, what do I get? X squared, correct? And in multiplication, what did I do once I found that number, the top number? I multiplied it by this, correct? So what is x cubed? X squared times x minus 3. X cubed minus 3x squared, correct? Are you happy with that? I've just multiplied x. So what I've done is x squared, x minus 3. And I've expanded that into both terms. And I've got x cubed minus 3x squared. We're good with that? What did I do with those numbers before? Subtracted them, correct? So remember, I'm subtracting those terms, so I've got to do both. What is x cubed minus x cubed? We want, isn't it? What is 2x squared minus negative 3x squared? So I'm left with 5x squared. I'm going to get rid of that 0 because I don't need that now. I'm going to get rid of, I'll keep the 1. So now I ask myself, how many times does x go into 5x squared?
5x.
So I go plus 5x, correct? Now what do I do? I multiply this term by, so I now replace x squared with 5x. 5x times x is? And 5x times negative 3. So I get minus 15x, correct? That becomes, so I'll bring this negative x down. That becomes what? 5x squared minus 5x squared is 0. Negative x plus, negative x minus negative 15x is plus 14x, correct? Are we good with that or not? If you're going too quick, let me know. What's not good?
Well, you can say what's what.
Yeah. This thing, no, I'm just showing you. You don't need to do that. I'm just showing you each step. So what am I going to do here? Do I need that 0? Get rid of that. That just makes it a bit simpler. What am I asking myself now? What do I do with the 6? Bring it down. So it's going to be plus 6. What do I do with that? How many times is 14x? How many times does x go into 14x? 14 times. So I go plus 14. What do I do with that 14? Times it by x minus 3. What's 14 times x? 14x. What's negative 3 times 14? Negative 42. What do I do with those? Subtract them. 14 minus 14, 14x minus 14x. 6 minus negative 42.
48.
Positive 48. Can we do anything with that 48? Can we do anything with it? Because x doesn't go into 48, does it? There's nothing else we can do with it. So what do we do in primary school? We've got, before we can do with decimals, what do we do with remainders? So we can just put remainder 48. So, if I was to write that out, because we're doing this for a reason, remember yesterday how we were trying to find factors? If I was to write this sum out, I would write it as x minus 3 brackets x squared plus 5x plus 14 end bracket plus 48. So that is exactly the same as writing. I've run out of room, but I'm just going to write it over here. That is exactly the same as writing x cubed plus 2x squared minus x plus 6. They are exactly the same thing. Yep.
So does the negative not matter?
What do you mean the negative not matter?
So when you go plus 6 and negative 42,
Well, what's minus negative 42?
negative 48.
So you got to put the negative into both. No, minus negative, you get two negatives, so it makes it positive. 42 plus, yeah, does that make sense? And that will be a common misconception here. Just be really aware the negative needs to go into both terms. So at each line it needs to go into both terms. Happy with that? Do you think that's one of those things where I can show you and just walk away and you'll be right?
No.
You need to have a couple of practices. So we're going to go into exercise 3.3, question 3. You're just going to have a crack at all. There's 3 to go, that's A on the board. So exercise 3.3, question 3, B, C, D. Off you go, start with that.
I should do the negative as well.
Just leave it as that for now. That lies into what we did with the remainders yesterday.